Hello, my name is Callum, and I'm here today to tell you a tale most grim by the Brothers Grimm. Now, this tale is called The Wedding of Mrs. Fox. And warning, this one it's pretty graphic, so, kids, get out. There was once an old fox with 9 tails who believed that his wife was not faithful to him and wished to try her. He stretched himself out under the bench, did not move a limb, and behaved as if he were a stone dead. Mrs. Fox went up to her room, shut herself in, and her maid, Miss Cat, sat by the fire and did the cooking, apparently. When it became known that the old fox was dead, wooers presented themselves. The maid heard someone standing at the house door, knocking. She went and opened it, and it was a young fox who said, "What may you be about, Miss Cat? Do you sleep or do you wake?" She answered, "I am not sleeping, I am waking. Wouldst thou know what I am making? I am boiling warm beer with butter, so nice." I'm getting hungry just hearing that. "Will the gentleman enter and drink some likewise?" "No, thank you, miss," said the fox. "What is Mrs. Fox doing?" the maid replied. "She sits all alone and makes her moan, weeping her little eyes quite red, because old Mr. Fox is dead." This is getting heated. "Do just tell her, miss, that a young fox is here who would like to woo her." "Certainly, young sir." The cat goes up the stairs, trip, trap. The door she knocks at, tap, tap, tap. "Mistress Fox, are you inside?" "Oh yes, my little cat," she cried. A wooer, he stands at the door out there. "Tell me what he is like, my dear. Is he sexy? Is he a foxy young man?" "But he has 9 beautiful tails, as the late Mr. Fox." "Oh no," answered the cat, "he has only 1. Okay, let's just stop this right here. I'm just going to make it known. This is so confusingly written. It doesn't really specify who's talking. "Then I will not have him." Miss Cat went downstairs and sent the wooer away. Soon afterwards there was another knock, and another fox was at the door, who wished to woo Mrs. Fox. Bloody hell, news travels fast here, doesn't it? "Yeah, look, I heard your hubby's dead. I saw his corpse out the front there. Just wondering if you'd like to, fuck." How's that sound? And this guy only had 2 tails, apparently. But he did not fear better than the first. After this still more came, each one with 1 tail more than the other. But they were all turned away, until at last one came who had 9 tails. And that's where the old cat o' 9 tails expression came from. And he had 9 tails like Mr. Fox, the old dead bastard. When the widow heard that, she said joyfully to the cat, "Now open the gates and doors all wide and deep, and carry old Mr. Fox outside." But just as the wedding was going to be solemnized, old Mr. Fox stirred under the bench and cudgelled all the rabble, and drove them and Mrs. Fox out the house. When old Mr. Fox was dead, the wolf came as a wooer and knocked at the door, and the cat, who was servant to Mrs. Fox, opened it for him. The wolf greeted her and said, "Good day, Mr. Cat-o' Cowit. Mrs. Cat, I should say. How comes it that alone you sit? What are you making good?" The cat replied, "In milk I'm breading bread so sweet. Will the gentleman please come up in and eat?" This is such a fail. "No, thank you, Miss Cat," answered the wolf. "Is Mr. Fox not at home?" The cat said, "She sits upstairs in her room, bewailing her sorrowful doom, bewailing her trouble so sore, for old Mr. Fox is no more. The wolf answered, "If she's in want of a husband now, then will it please her to step below?" The cat runs quickly up the stair and lets her tail fly here and there until she comes to the parlour door. With her 5 gold rings at the door she knocks. "Are you within, good Mistress Fox? If you're in want of a husband now, then will it please you to step below?" Mrs. Fox asked, "Has the gentleman red stockings on? And has he pointed mouth?" You know how I love a pointed mouth, dear. "No," answered the cat. "Then he won't do for me." When the wolf was gone, this is the original Tinder. When the wolf was gone, came a dog, a stag, a hare, a bear, a lion, and all the beasts of the forest, one after the other. But one of the good points which old Mr. Fox had possessed was always lacking, and the cat had continually to send the wooers away. At length came a young fox. Then Mrs. Fox said, "Has the gentleman red stockings on? And has he a little pointed mouth?" "Yes," said the cat. "Oh my God. Oh my God. He has." "Then let him come upstairs," said Mrs. Fox, and she ordered the servant to prepare the wedding feast. "Sweep me the room as you clean as you can. Up with the window, fling out my old man, for many a fine fat mouse he bought. Yet of his wife he never thought, but ate up everyone he caught." Then the wedding was solemnized with young Mrs. Fox, and there was much rejoicing and dancing, and if they have not left off, they are dancing still. So, what can we learn from that brutal, heated, sexual story? I think it's pretty simple. Don't fuck foxes or wolves. And if you do, if you get involved with a wolf or a fox, make sure they're dead before you start inviting wooers into your house, okay? Because there is nothing more awkward, and I know this from experience, than when you have a sexual partner in your bedroom and then your supposedly dead ex-partner comes in and says, "Who the fuck is this?" Anyway, that's been a story beautifully read, perfectly read, by yours truly, Callum Wood. Have a lovely night. And be careful which wooers you let up your stair.